Sorry about that. Actually, welcome back to part 2 of What If Zuko became a inhuman. So, where we left off, first of all, sorry for the cut out intros thing. My phone is being weird like that. So, yeah, and I'm trying to breathe away from my phone. So, yeah. So, So let's begin. Recap. Zuko was born and then after age of 4, he gets dumped by his friends and gets abandoned and yeah. So then Zuko ends up being in an egg and Zumi found him and with the and over time he grew a little bit faster than a normal human can and gave birth to, when the egg cracked open, 6 personalities came out. Each one was like gravity, fire, earth, water, and wind. Yeah. So, yeah. And that's only the 5, but the 6th one is basically he has the powers of every time he stomps his foot so hard that even electronics around him short circuits. Can't. It's like that. It's like that Decepticon from the. It's like that Decepticon from Transformers, where every time he stomps his foot, he basically the machines stop working. So yeah. So then yeah. Oh yeah. So let's begin. Alright. So Zuko goes in. So then they're so 5 of them escaped. The 6th one, or actually, Zumi was there. She walked in, she hugs her brother, or that 6th one, and she can't imagine, and she was like, now you're an inhuman, and Zuko, yeah, now we just need to get your other alternate versions of yourself, yeah. So then basically, yeah. And each one of them controls different parts of of their attributes thing. Gravity, whoosh. Flames, yeah, he controls flames. And anything that's hot, yeah. So then the earth, he controls the ground underneath, crystals, and anything. He could pull out diamonds from by just his hand just flickering it. Or he could pull out any ore. So then, yeah. So then water or he could create giant tsunamis and just wipe over the entire on your world. And then wind, yeah, basically wind. She controls wind. Yeah, because this is the female version of Zuko, who, and her name is Wendy. Wendy. Yeah. So, yeah. And then we got the Chancellor Herzuko. That's what his name is. And he basically cancels out technology by just a single step of his, or like when he steps hard. Yeah. Here. Yeah. Basically, yeah. So, so yeah, Zuko is pretty powerful. Powerfulest version of them all. So they go chase them down. As they both are all four of them, or no, five of them, or they worked together and they built a machine in scraps. Got reformed into like the basically anything. And so then Zuko ends up, or, or should I say, those five ends up built a machine that could transform everyone on into a inhuman, and so that no one can and judge them because they all have hatred. Welcome. So yeah, the basically the those five villains, or, or sorry about that. So those five hated to be judged on their appearance. Everyone, so all the pro heroes like showed up, and but they all got beaten around like little rag dolls, and they got forced, or, or actually they got to be in prison underground, in a special cell that they made that turned, or it was a machine that turns them into the basically into like inhumans, just like how Zuko was. But yeah. So yeah, the villains, or so then the heroes, or no, so Zuko goes under to get his friends out of there. I didn't not, or I said like the heroes. That was from like class 1A, student heroes and the teachers. And yeah, the Zuko went underground to get his sister back. Yeah. So then the two guards that were there was Earth Zuko and Fire Zuko. Yeah. And then the Fire Zuko was like, we'll turn you into an inhuman. And before, so that you don't have to judge any of us. Every single time when we were just one person, you guys judged on him quick as right after the court doctors. Yeah. They we do not want to be judged by anyone, but instead we'll judge you on human. And yeah. So then so they were like, as the Class 1A and Class 1B were captured, but they're like wondering why they are so in sync. As one of them gets clompered on the head, they used to be one person. Remember? Yeah. So now, the machine is charging up. So once we deal with you, then we'll deal with the entire world. As a voice in the background saying, "Not by my watch," or something. As he stomps his foot so hard as the machine went offline. No! As one of the villains says, "No! You just..." Who goes there? The man of the hour. Me. As the blood or heat one and was like, "We're gonna burn you alive," as Zuko goes right past them, the attack, grabs the flaming Zuko, whose power grabs his face and tells him no. As the flaming Zuko is screaming, "Ah!" as he's getting absorbed into the Zuko's body. Honey, as Zuko ends up being, Zuko. And the flippin' Zuko now he gains powers of his inferno self. So then the rock guy comes in, and he's like running, and as a fire comes in, or Zuko comes in, grabs, as he's dodging the attacks, and as he grabs them guys, as he says, "Say your goodbyes," as he absorbs Earth Zuko, like, ground Zuko, as his body starts to morph as he grabs the cage, rips hinges off, and yeah. Zuko, who, or Zumi's like, big brother, you absorbed like both of those inhumans, like no problem. Yeah, let's get out of here. As they like go in, or they got out of there. Her, and of course, her, the basically Zuko was pretty powerful. He has fire, earth, and he could cancel like electronics, and he also, so when they're like, man, kind of understand, kind of, yeah, but now it's water, air, and gravity. So if that's true, what are they gonna build the machine about? As Zuko tells them, they're building the machine to turn you guys into me, inhuman. Basically, just imagine having to deal with inhumans instead of quarks all the day, every day. That does not sound pleasant at all. Inhuman Momo, who is, sounds weird, yeah. As, yeah. So then Bakugo's like, okay, yeah, that's would be weird. So let's go. As Zuko does not care if he or if they come up with some stupid strategy. And because they're not his friends anymore. He's now more focused on saving the world from the alternate versions of himself. No, I was gonna say himself, but it doesn't make sense in my brain. So then, yeah, so the Zuko, so Gravity was like doing like his things. Water is like cooling stuff off, and yeah, air was just patrolling on like the roads to see who would be the favorite test subject, and because everyone scowled inside of their buildings, like went right into their buildings. So then so Zuko, so Bakugo says we need a plan. And I got a plan. And because as he, or they're like murmuring to themselves, but they turn around and they see Zuko's completely gone. As he went in, as he grabs water on her, as he absorbs water inside, like so now he has the water, fire, and earth. Yeah, inside of his body. He just needs air and gravity to complete himself. So then he so then he so then the gravity, he knew that is coming for him. So then he sets up the machine, and Zuko, who came through the floor and grabbed him and absorbed him. So now it's just, but Zuko, who the one that has the fire, earth, and water, outsmarted the gravity guy. He is, yeah. Plus, yeah. Because he knows himself so well. So then Bakugo's, or everybody yells at him for, like, we could have just stormed in there, or we couldn't storm in just like what you just did. But how did you, like, beat water and gravity team? And Zuko says, enough chitter chatter. As he's so focused on not getting the entire world home turned into inhumans. As he uses his gravity powers to make him float and fly. And plus, all three of their powers, or water, earth, fire, and gravity, fuse their powers together to create a giant-sized rock, a floating rock, and it was way harder than So air was floating back. Gravity, water, fire, earth. Where did you guys go to? As she says, being a woman of this bunch is like giving me such a bad headache. Well, they're all inside me. Soon you'll join them. And she uses her powers to yeah. The Zuko ends up countering the air's attacks. As he says, peekaboo. As he grabs her shoulder and then absorbs into his body. So the 5 evil versions of him have now been consumed into his good self. And so then his body starts to react as he was now evolved into the ultimate inhuman. And the ultimate inhuman is kind of like a buffed up version, like the more powerful version of inhuman than Black Bolt. Yeah. So then and everybody's like, man, this kid's crazy. Easy, yeah. So then yeah, as now he went through the evolved phase. Now, oh, let's get rid of this device before it goes off. And Zuko just heaves it out of the earth into the sky as he crushed it in midair. As everybody's like surprised about, he has gone ultimate. As he's more focused. Because they used to know him as as he, as they both like, told him that they don't want to join UA. No. I used to, but then you guys, he's told me that you, or none of you guys want me to become a hero. I'll be neutral. So I'll be I won't use any of my powers any more. So then he flies away. Everyone felt bad. Everyone felt so bad that even like they know that they should have apologized to him for not or for them to like took him off of their phones and yeah, all that stuff. So he flies away. As he, you know where he went to? Like he flew all the way to the Forbidden Lands. I call it that, but the Skull Island. And you know who was on Skull Island? Godzilla, King Kong, Bone Crusher thing, and rest of the kaijus. Yeah. So, yeah. Zuko, so then, yeah. Yeah, so it's basically, it went from one storyline. Yeah. So Zuko, so like his own family, he is blaming themselves for like abandoning him, and his friends felt more guilty on him. And yeah, and giving them enough chance to like, yeah. So, yeah. So everybody's like blaming themselves for the mistake of Zuko, or yeah. Everyone was felt guilty about not being super kind to Zuko. As Todoroki and Momo, or no, Todoroki and Bakugo, did care about Zuhuku, but they also they they care more about Zumi because they love her. And of course, when back in the past, when at age of 3, Ochako and Momo had a crush on Zuko. The then the whole like court doctor made a mistake on not looking in the right spot, and yeah, they dumped him, and yeah. So yeah, normally I would have ended and I would have said the please wait for what if Zuko or Inhuman Zuko was in the or was at the Skull Island. But I'll just start with the. If you guys want me to do like a whole, like, what if, like, storyline about, like, how Zuko became inhuman and he goes to Skull Island and, yeah. So, yeah. Zuko. So, Momo wanted. Like, she basically tells Ochako and, like, the other people, like, because it was her, Ochako, Todoroki, and Bakugo. Oh. And Zumi. So, Zuko, or he talked about Zuko, and some of them are like, I can't believe that, or actually, Zumi, he was like, I can't believe my brother refused to offer on not joining the EUA. Yeah, but maybe finally it was time for him to, like, because it was, who said it was you and Bakugo? Or was it? I know it was the court doctor, and we all were too quick to judge him on it. We were too quick on, like, judging his like, what was really going on. Man, I hope he's okay. As Momo thinks that. And Ochako says, yeah, we were too quick to judge him. He was our friend. We should have just, instead of saying those things, we should have just, like, kept him around. None of this could have happened if if it feels like our fault and the court doctors for judging on people. So yeah, basically Zuko, as they were like, everybody's like, yeah, we were all too quick to, like, judge him on maybe that's why he didn't want to be a hero. So, yeah. So then yeah. And the overhaul fight, or no, not overhaul fight, all for one fight, it took place way after Zuku left. And of course, it was similar to canon, so I won't, won't be like saying, oh, all for one shoots a beam of light, and yeah. Because I'm going to go for like more canon version, because I already made this already too sad. So, yeah. So now we transfer over to Zuku's, and all the kaijus, greets him. Because in this alternate timeline, kaijus and inhumans are like best friends. They're like family. So, yeah. So, if you guys want me to do the whole what if Zuko was, or should I say, what if Inhuman Zuko was in the Skull Island, and it will take place after like this what if comes out. So yeah. So if you guys want me to do like that, like pick it up after maybe tomorrow or at some point probably. So peace out, y'all. Peace.